Ernie was tied up and helpless, and Samantha was his frantic wife. Or so it seemed. What if the victim wasn't just innocent, but was the mastermind behind it all? This chilling home invasion hid the true danger within. It led to a story of betrayal and deception, and revealed a YouTuber's dangerous desire for fame. The detective realizes the victim is the killer. Let's look at the truth behind Samantha Wohlford. Our story begins in Titus County, Texas, where everyone knows each other, and crime is usually minor. Samantha Wohlford, born in 1989, dreamed of being famous. She was the oldest of 3 kids and had twins with her high school boyfriend by 19. She met Ernie Ibarra online in 2007, and they quickly became inseparable, with Ernie stepping into the role of provider and father figure to Samantha's twins from a previous relationship. Ernie was a dedicated and hardworking guy. He worked 2 jobs, running bat manufacturing machines for D-Bat, and working nights at Little Caesar to support their growing family. On the other hand, Samantha didn't work and focused on becoming a YouTube influencer. Her channel, Simply Maniac, aimed to document her life and thoughts, but failed to gain significant views.
Hey YouTubers! Today a lot of shit pissed me off, so you guys get to listen to it.
Hello YouTubers, I have been, surfing the web like I always do, and I found a video or a story, and it has like a video with it, and I'll post links in the description box. This one's really messed up. So it's a 23-year-old.
She started her YouTube channel hoping to gain extra income and find the fame she longed for. At first, Samantha's channel featured makeup tutorials and the struggles of being a young mother, but her videos became darker over time, and she often complained about her relationship with Ernie. Their relationship initially had affectionate moments, but financial stress and personal disputes quickly overshadowed these. Samantha's relentless pursuit of online fame and her habit of sharing intimate details about their lives online added to the tension. Ernie was particularly unhappy about Samantha's YouTube activities, which he felt were intrusive and inappropriate. By 2011, Samantha and Ernie lived together with their first set of twins. In 2013, they welcomed their 5th child. That year, Samantha claimed that Ernie began abusing her, a claim his family and friends doubted. Suspecting she was manipulating the situation for her benefit, Ernie, already working hard to support their family, grew frustrated with Samantha's obsession with her channel. They argued often, especially after Ernie's online gaming led to his avatar marrying another character in the game. To fix things, Ernie agreed to marry Samantha in 2014, but their issues persisted. By 2015, their relationship had deteriorated significantly, despite Ernie returning to help with their children. On February 20th, 2015, chaos erupted in the Wohlford Ibarra home. Early that morning, Samantha's mother Rosie got a frantic call from Samantha. She claimed intruders had broken in, kidnapped Ernie, and left her tied up. Rosie called her sister Ginger Kesterson, who lived nearby, and they both rushed to the house.
Titus County 911, what's your emergency?
I have a home invasion. My niece is tied up. I am at the verge of untying my niece at this particular moment.
Okay, she's tied up.
She is tied up and gagged.
And gagged? Is that what
Yes,
you said?
ma'am.
Is there anybody else there?
Where are the kids? We have 5 small infants asleep.
5 small infants asleep?
Yes, ranging from 7 to 1.
7 to 1 years old?
Yes, ma'am.
Does she know,
Samantha, did you know who the suspects are?
can I talk to her? Is she able to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Hi, Samantha. I know you're upset, but I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Do you need EMS?
No, they didn't do anything to me. They hit me once.
She's advising no, they only hit her once. Okay.
And I just asked my aunt if it was bruising or anything, and she said no, they hit me in the face.
Okay, they hit you in the face?
Yeah, they had me tied up, and they dragged me down the stairs to face my husband. And when my husband went in to face me, they hit me in the face, like backhand slapped me. And so he looked at me then, and they said, I thought that would get your attention, and I want you to stare at this woman. Do you want us to kill her? And he said no. And they said, then tell us the truth. And he said, I don't know anything.
When Ginger arrived, she found Samantha gagged and tied up with her hands behind her back and her feet bound together. The Titus County Sheriff's Department quickly arrived and began investigating. They found the front door broken blood on the walls and a lock of hair on the floor, but no valuables were taken and the children's rooms were untouched. Samantha was questioned and described masked intruders breaking into their home, dragging Ernie downstairs and beating him while taunting him with Samantha.
Walk me through what happened.
I don't honestly know what happened. I was in bed asleep.
Okay.
And we heard a noise, and the second I was able to open my eyes, somebody grabbed me and jerked me out of the bed and slammed me down on the ground and started tying me up.
Didn't recognize anything about.
They had black masks on, black shirts, black pants. Every inch of skin was covered. Then when they dragged me downstairs, because they had him downstairs and they were separating us, I went downstairs and his face was covered in blood.
She said they took Ernie and left her bound upstairs. Samantha claimed she had wiggled over to the phone and dialed her mother with her nose. As detectives investigated further, they found inconsistencies in Samantha's story. She called her mother instead of 911, which was odd given the situation. Her description of the intruders were vague, and she couldn't provide any identifying details. Investigators found out that Samantha had called the police on Ernie in 2014, accusing him of assault. Ernie was arrested and a protective order was issued, but his family insisted the accusations were false and that Samantha manipulated the situation. The case took a turn when detectives traced Ernie's phone to Pittsburgh, Texas, but the signal soon went dead. During questioning, Samantha mentioned a man named Johnny Reb.
And to me, I just about to shut up, don't make any noise, don't make me have to hurt you, blah, 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 and hold still, hold your hands together. And I was trying to be as cooperative as possible because I didn't want to die. I'll do whatever you say, just please don't kill me, I've got kids. And slammed me down on the floor, face down, and pressed the blade that he had against my throat. And they kept hitting him, I kept hitting him. Every time.
Who is this guy?
His name's John.
John who?
His Facebook is Rebel. John Rebel.
Yeah, say he's gonna do.
Handle the situation.
When did he tell you this?
Yesterday.
Where at?
At the hospital.
Whom she had met at the hospital the day before the attack. She said she had loaned him her car and told him about Ernie's alleged abuse, which angered Johnny. Detectives identified Johnny Reb as Jonathan Kyle Sanford, a 25-year-old recently released from prison. He had an extensive criminal record, including violent offenses. As they dug deeper, they learned Sanford had a history of violence and had been planning something sinister, making Samantha's story start to fall apart. Sanford was apprehended along with his brother-in-law, Jose Antonio Ponce, and a third accomplice, Octavius Lamar Rhymes. Under questioning, Sanford confessed to his role in the attack and revealed chilling details.
What I understood, supposedly we were going out here, all I was supposed to do was pull up, sit outside, they were going to go in, supposedly rough the dude up. Mm-hmm. This is what I was being told, but at the same time, I keep getting, and don't forget you got a newborn baby you're looking after, blah, 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 this and that, right?
He admitted that he, Ponce, and Rhymes had initially planned to plant methamphetamine in Ernie's truck to set him up for a drug bust, but they later decided it would be easier to kill him.
Before I got any further, the other dude pops out, he starts coming with me, I'm like, what's up? He's like, man, I'm getting in the vehicle too. Before I ever make the vehicle, all I hear is pop. I know.
Who's got the gun?
JoJo does.
Okay, then what happened?
I know that sound by heart. I grew up with guns. My dad's 21 years Navy. I know what a gun sounds like. Went in the vehicle, I started, and JoJo comes out. He's got the blanket, the bandana that was wrapped around the dude's face, the other cloth material, a belt. He's got all this shit. He puts it in the back seat.
Detectives also found out that Samantha knew the three men who allegedly broke into her house, and they were driving her car, a Chevy Equinox. What had happened was the following series of events. On the night of February 19, 2015, the trio, along with Samantha and her children, drove to buy the methamphetamine from Rhymes' cousin. After getting high, they stormed into the Wohlford Ibarra home, dragged Ernie downstairs and beat him mercilessly. They then drove Ernie to a remote area in Camp County, Texas, where Ponce shot him in the back of the head. Sanford led investigators to Ernie's body, and the charges against him and Ponce were upgraded to murder. Text messages retrieved from Samantha's phone further implicate her in the crime. She had sent messages to Rhymes, instructing him to kill Ernie's phone and ditch phone, move. It became clear that Samantha had orchestrated the entire plot. Samantha was arrested and charged with aggravated kidnapping and murder. Her accomplices, Sanford, Ponce, and Rhymes, were also charged and brought to trial. Sanford and Ponce pleaded guilty in April 2016 and were each sentenced to 50 years in prison. Rhymes was sent to trial and received a combined 93-year prison sentence. Samantha's trial took place in September 2017. Throughout the proceedings, she maintained her innocence, claiming that she had been under the influence of Ambien and had no memory of sending the incriminating text messages. The jury, however, didn't believe her story. She was found guilty of murder and received a 99-year prison sentence, to be served consecutively with her 50-year sentence for kidnapping. During the trial, the prosecution presented strong evidence against Samantha, text messages showing her orchestrating the plot and coordinating with the attackers. One text from Samantha read, "Kill Ernie's phone. Shut that shit down. Ditch phone. Move." Clearly instructing her accomplices to cover their tracks, the defense tried to paint a picture of Samantha as a victim of abuse, claiming that her actions were driven by desperation and fear, but the jury was unconvinced. Samantha's calm demeanor and lack of remorse during the trial further solidified their belief in her guilt.
You know, Sam, I'm not here lying to you. You know I know.
The only other thing I know, and I don't even know if I know,
Okay.
but it's a suspicion.
Okay.
I've been up at the hospital with my friend Charlotte,
Okay.
and she's got a guy there, and I swear to God I cannot go up there that I said any of this.
Okay.
Because they have a lot of friends around here, and my life will be in a lot of danger.
Okay.
I have a problem with talking to my friends about our problem.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets to talking about how a man shouldn't treat a woman that way and how you don't do those things to a person.
Okay.
And he's going to deal with the situation.
Okay.
I didn't take him seriously.
Okay, you see, Sam, you know who did this. Okay, who is this guy?
His name's John.
John who?
His Facebook is Rebel, John Rebel.
Ernie's family and friends were devastated by the loss and shocked by the revelations about Samantha's involvement. Ernie's sister, Abigail Ibarra, spoke about her brother's dedication to his family and his hardworking nature. He did everything he could to provide for that family. He didn't deserve this, she said. The community of Titus County was left in disbelief, struggling to comprehend how someone could go to such lengths for fame and attention. In the years following the trial, Samantha has remained behind bars, serving her lengthy sentence. She's made several attempts to appeal her conviction, but they've all been unsuccessful. Her stories have become a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the dark side of the quest for fame. The case has also brought attention to the issue of domestic violence and the importance of addressing it in a supportive and effective manner. The trial was a harrowing experience for everyone involved. Samantha's defense also tried to argue that she was under the influence of Ambien and couldn't remember sending the texts, but the jury saw through her story and found her guilty of murder and aggravated kidnapping. During the trial, Detective Chris Durant highlighted critical moments in the investigation, including the inconsistencies in Samantha's story and the damning text messages. "We had messages from her to the co-defendants to try to help them evade law enforcement," Durant stated. The evidence was overwhelming, and the jury didn't take long to reach a verdict. Samantha's sentence of 99 years for murder and 50 years for kidnapping ensures that she will spend the rest of her life behind bars. Her accomplices, Sanford, Ponce, and Rhymes, also face the consequences of their actions, with lengthy prison sentences that reflect the severity of their crimes. During her trial, it was also revealed that Samantha initially planned to frame her husband Ernie for meth possession, which eventually escalated to planning his murder. The night before the incident, Samantha spent time with the conspirators. Jonathan Sanford, Octavius Rhymes, and Jose Antonio Ponce were at a hospital where they discussed the plan. Sanford later testified that they had initially only intended to plant drugs on Ernie, but the plan shifted to murder as they deemed it easier. Sanford admitted, "We had a plan, but everything went wrong. I regret everything." The aftermath of this case has left a lasting impact on the Titus County community. Ernie's family continues to mourn his loss, while Samantha's family struggles with the reality of her actions. The 5 children, now without both parents, face an uncertain future. As we conclude this deep dive into the unfortunate case of YouTuber Samantha Wohlford, we're left with many questions about the nature of ambition, desperation, and the lengths to which some people will go to achieve their goals. It's a stark reminder of how quickly dreams can turn into nightmares, and how the pursuit of fame can lead to devastating consequences. Thanks for joining us on this journey into one of the most shocking cases we've covered. If you found this story as compelling as we did, click on the following video for more terrifying crime stories. And remember, sometimes the truth is more tragic than fiction.